anniversary. All right, so now for the moment we've all been waiting for. Just want to go ahead and introduce our speaker. Got this, well, first off, how we got hold of Alexandra is actually from a leader of ours, Ruby Kaluza. She's one of our operations team. You know, she certainly reached out to me and said, hey, I know this girl Alexandra, she'd be great. So, I mean, if y'all know anybody at all who, you know, would be a good fit for speaking opportunity, feel free to contact us and we'll see if we can go and meet with them. But, you know, I met with her at Jason's Deli, you know, just got to have some really good conversation with her. You know, talk about a lot of different things, a lot about family, a lot about career, a lot about setting goals for yourself and really how to achieve those goals within, you know, short-term and long-term period of time, and, you know, which is exactly what she's written about in all her books. You know, she's author, speaker, evangelist, author of 5 books, and she actually just spoke at a conference this weekend. It was the Catholic Homeschool Conference. Yes, that's what it was. So she's pretty warmed up. She's ready. Greatest honor for herself is, of course, being a wife, mother of 2 children. And her mother is actually here joining us this evening. So without further ado, we welcome up Alexandra.
Good evening, my brothers and sisters in Christ. See all these smiling faces. Well fed and hydrated. And my mom for supporting me, as she always has. She's right here in the front. Carmen Cordero. Can you stand with us? Now, I'd like to begin by sharing a little bit about my background. I'm the oldest of 6. I've been raised by a faithful single mom who always pointed us in God's direction. My only real dream growing up was to be a wife and mom, lots of children. But God had a different plan for me. Next to mom, a serial entrepreneur, she pretty much took me, well, because I'm her kid, right, under her wing, and put me into the business world with her business ventures. And I learned a lot about everything, from recruiting to sales to marketing to managing. And I put aside my dream of being a stay-at-home mom right after high school. Not just because of the direction I was taking, but because I was yet to meet the man who can help me fulfill that dream. So you know that can be a problem, right? You want to have kids, and you know, the guy. So I prayed to God to send me a faithful Catholic man who would prayerfully lead our family to Christ. Now, having no father figure growing up, it was almost too easy to think that that was an impossible dream. I had never met anyone, not a friend, acquaintance, or family member, who modeled a happy, loving, and prayerful Catholic marriage. But I knew what I wanted in my heart. Years passed, I went on to open a successful health insurance brokerage. I had agents in San Antonio and Austin that I trained, and I thrived financially. I was well and good for 6 years until Obamacare kicked in. And I don't know if you're familiar with the HHS mandate, but the HHS mandate in August 2012 kicked in, and it said that every health insurance plan that was sold needed to pay $1 to abortifacients and contraception. And I had to make a choice. And through prayerful thought, I asked God, well, what should I do? I shut down my Golden Goose, my health insurance brokerage, because I was not going to help put $1 into that to help abort a child. In the middle of my insurance career, at 34 years old, I was 6-year-old. So I started late. I finally met the man I had been praying for. And it wasn't until then that I kind of opened my eyes to see how abundantly that God can give. And He's all around us. Examples are all around us. You can notice God's handiwork. If you look at the trees outside, you notice that it's filled with trees. It's overflowing with leaves, and it's got so many leaves you can't even count them, because God wanted that. He's generous. He gives an abundance. So when I met my husband, I wasn't a strong Catholic man, right? And I wasn't the type to pray the rosary. When I met him, I didn't know how to pray the rosary. It just wasn't my thing. But he came from a background where he prayed the rosary every day with his family. Now he leads our family in prayer every Sunday to pray the rosary on Saturdays. And on Sundays, we do the Chaplet of Divine Mercy. So I'm really blessed with that. We have 2 kids, 6-year-old and a 2-year-old girls. And he has 4 uncles who are priests and a sister who's a nun. So God is very generous, so be careful what you ask for. So that's a little bit about my life, and I'll talk more about my life throughout this talk. But I put together this talk called 5 Habits of Highly Effective Catholic Professionals. It was going to be 7, but Mario, being the dictator that he is, said I only had 20 minutes. So I had to cut out those other 2. I'm kidding. He's a good guy. And I'm going to share some experiences and lessons I've learned, that I learned through my faith and through advice that my mom gave me throughout life. I hope it helps you in your faith and professional journey, because at the end of your life, you will be held accountable for what God has called you to do. And I want to start with a quote by Mother Angelica when she said, "I'm not afraid to fail. I'm scared to death of dying and having the Lord say to me, Angelica, this is what you might have done had you trusted more." Now, my first habit of highly effective Catholic professionals is to continuously evaluate your life to live the purpose for which God is calling you. Your purpose in life may not be one single destination. Maybe it is, but maybe it isn't. Where you are today may only be a stepping stone and training ground for what God needs you to do and where He needs you to be. Once you figure out where God needs you to be, it may not be where you want to be, but obedience is key. Now, I'm not saying to quit your jobs tomorrow and move to Calcutta. Okay? That's not what I'm saying here. God needs you where you are today. But you must be open to go where He needs you tomorrow. We may not always see the path, but the Holy Spirit will whisper in your heart once the door opens, and you'll know. Remember, I didn't want to be a businesswoman, let alone a speaker or an author. I wanted to drive a passenger van and homeschool 8 children. I didn't grow up wanting to be an insurance broker. I wanted to be a full-time stay-at-home mom who baked cakes and cookies every day. And obviously I do, sometimes. But through my obedience to Him first, He later granted me the blessings of my husband and children. Now, the second habit of highly effective Catholic professionals is to develop your unique gifts and talents, then give them away. We are all called to develop our unique gifts and talents that God has placed in our hearts. There are no gifts and talents that are too small to use for the glory of God. Even the smallest creature has a very specific purpose. One bite from a tiny mosquito in the wrong place can ruin your day. And guess what? Great speakers, great leaders, great managers, great moms, great dads, great painters, great nurses, great teachers are not born, they are made. Do not give up on something God has placed in your heart because you're not a natural speaker, a natural leader, or whatever the case. You must develop through training and practice. A person does not become a doctor because he says, I'm going to become a doctor, he wishes it to be so. He does it because they put the work in, they persevere, they visualize the outcome. They had the discipline and the humility to learn from other doctors who have succeeded before them. As a Catholic, it's a spoiler, Your first occupation is to become a saint. God has a unique path for you to accomplish this. Your life is an apprenticeship where you can learn on the job with the master craftsman of souls, our Lord Jesus. Like becoming a doctor, it also takes perseverance, discipline, practice of the faith, and humility to become a saint. And remember, a dream without action is only a wish. A dream with action becomes a goal. Now, as a kid, I never believed that I would be speaking in front of an audience in any capacity. I was always too shy. When I was in school, everyone thought I was just a good student, but I would listen hard in class because I was afraid to ask the question. I never wanted to ask a question, and if I did, I'd wait for everyone to leave before I approached the teacher. And that took guts. Now, the very first time I had to speak in front of a group was about 20 years ago. My mom was a CCD teacher, and I was her assistant. There was a group of about a dozen middle schoolers there in the class, and my mom had to step out for something. Well, I was the assistant, I had to take over, right? Well, there was a dozen middle schoolers. They're looking at me, waiting for me to say something, and I was all choked up. I could not open my mouth. And when I finally had the opportunity to say something, I had the courage to say something, my mom walked in. And I was saved. So, fast forward about 4 years later, God placed a desire in my heart to teach CCD. I signed up and I was placed in a classroom with about 30 middle schoolers, but this time it was different. In those 4 years, God noticed my desire to do His will. Even with all my failings, my imperfections, Mom knows all about them. My mom advised me to rely on the Holy Spirit for guidance, which made the process easier for me. So beginning with my mom, helping my mom as a CCD assistant and having the courage to do His will and teach my own CCD class was a training ground for what I do today. When I was teaching CCD, I also saw a need for parents. So many students, they get the 1 hour of CCD class or whatever, hour and a half, they go home with no support. The parents need support. And I made it my apostolate to open Saint-inspired parenting to help support parents in their faith journey. That's why I founded that apostolate. Now you may say, well, Alexandra, I'm not out to change the world and do something great. I want to say, you're mistaken. You are meant to change the world and make a big impact. Okay? No matter what occupation you choose, whether it's selling Cutco, teaching, anything, selling, you're in sales, selling and buying houses. No matter what you choose, whether you're a stay-at-home mom or a brain surgeon, your interaction with just one person can change their world. Therefore, you are impacting the world every single day. I heard someone say once that somebody in need is waiting on the other side of your obedience. So please listen to the little callings that you get daily. It's not just about the big stuff. Jesus wants to see that He can trust you with the simple things before He places more graces on your soul. Seemingly small things, like approaching that distraught coworker at work. Being open to that disruptive child in your classroom, who is not really there, but maybe something's not right at home. Okay. Maybe you have it in your heart to go to adoration or spend some more time with our Lord, but other things get in the way. Don't be afraid to say no to those other things. Don't be afraid to give more when you tithe at Mass. Don't be afraid to share more of your gifts and talents. Give wholeheartedly, and give more all the time. Now my third habit of highly effective Catholic professionals is to strive to be excellent in everything that you do. Always strive to be great at what you do. If you're in sales, learn the best practices for your industry and carry them out. If you're a teacher, find more ways to engage your students. Spiritually, striving to be excellent can help slay the deadly sin of sloth. And as a Catholic, striving to be excellent could mean practicing your faith more. Okay, learning to pray a novena, take up something new. Okay, try going to mass straight after work somewhere, or adoration. When it comes to building up your spiritual life and being excellent in that way, it's both quality and quantity of your time that matters. It's not how people say it's the quality. No, it's quantity and quality. Just like any relationship. Would you feel content spending only 1 hour a week with your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your children, your husband, your wife, just to find out that they were only halfway there and their mind wasn't all there? Imagine us who go to Mass only once a week with our mind only halfway there in the presence of our Lord. Doesn't fly. When I began to make this comparison in my own spiritual life in my early 20s, I began to realize why I couldn't break away from my bouts of depression and anxiety. I didn't have a physiological problem, I had a spiritual problem, because of the half-hearted and slothful way I approached everything in my life, especially my Catholic faith. If you feel you're already striving to be great at what you do in and out of your spiritual life, I commend you. But now I challenge you to continue to do it, and do it with more joy. Now, why is being excellent important? Because if you train yourself to be excellent at your current state of life, you will also strive to be excellent in future callings and in your path to sainthood. As lay Catholic professionals, our sainthood will come with the synergy between our place in life and our practice of the faith. We are called to continuously weave our faith into everything that we do. And my fourth habit of highly effective Catholics, professionals, is to find yourself at least 2 mentors, no less. No matter what level you are at, professionally and spiritually, we all need at least 2 mentors. One on earth and one in heaven. So find someone in your industry who's at the top of their game and learn from and receive guidance as you strive for excellence. There's always a next level to reach, and something more that we can do to go the extra mile in our work. Those who go the extra mile to build their talents and abilities are the ones who get the promotions, the bonuses, the recognition. When the right mentor shares their knowledge and experience, they'll save you years of trial and error. I'm grateful to my mom for being my first mentor. And then my own mentor is John Asserat. He's my earthly professional mentor as well. I also hear YCP has a great mentor program. So if you need a mentor or are called to be a mentor, definitely check it out. Now, at the same time, seek guidance and intercession of a second mentor, your patron saint in heaven, to help you navigate your decisions as you live the Catholic faith. Saints, more so than guardian angels, have first-hand experience and knowledge of the human struggle. Okay? So, if you adopt a saint in your life. And I'm so happy and grateful for St. Teresa of Avila. She's my spiritual guide, who chose me, by the way, and who prays for me from heaven. I also recommend praying for and seeking a spiritual director to help guide you in the faith. You can learn more about spiritual directors at spiritualdirection.com. Now for the 5th habit of highly effective Catholic professionals is to write in a journal daily. Highly recommended. Some of the most successful people in the world do this. They write down their goals, their dreams, their pains, their joys. And as a Catholic, I encourage you to write down your prayers. It will not only help your professional life, but it will help bring you healing and clarity. In 2009, My husband had a contract to teach in Mexico. Our oldest daughter was born in July 2010. October 2010, when our baby was 3 months old, we had a horrific event happen to us that changed the course of our lives. We were home invaded by a drug cartel. And 3 men forced themselves into every apartment in the complex, ransacked through everything, and stole all our valuables. Our lives were threatened with machine guns. I shielded my baby with my body. And I'll spare you the scary details, but I'm grateful to God we were not physically hurt. However, I was traumatized emotionally and suffered PTSD for a long time. I didn't know it was PTSD, I learned later what it was. But material things were easily replaced, but not my peace of mind. I was fearful all the time, and I couldn't see a way out of this state of mind. There was no one on earth who could fix me, but I knew in my heart there was somebody in heaven who could. I turned to prayer and the sacraments, and the Holy Spirit inspired me to turn to journal writing. I took a 17-cent notebook from YCP and wrote a simple letter talking about my ordeal. Later I typed it out. Once I began writing, I kept going. I discovered hidden pains and resentments I silently harbored. My childhood dreams resurfaced. Distant memories of happier times were brought forward. I started writing letters to God, and I went from releasing pains and anxieties to petitioning for the special needs of others. And over time, with the intercession of our Blessed Mother, the Holy Spirit began to heal my soul. Not only from the traumatic home invasion, but also from the daily suffering and struggles of being a wife and mother. The blessings and graces I received through journaling my prayers are countless. And this is how the Holy Spirit inspired me to slowly develop the process of Catholic journal writing, in which I have been invited to speak at retreats and conferences. Father Bonaventure, a friar of the Order of Discalced Carmelites, said, "Writing and sharing experiences or moments of grace helps us to remember and assimilate it within the soul." And I'd like to conclude this talk by thanking you again for your time and attention. And I pray that these 5 practices may have served you in some way as you journey through life. And I urge you to pray daily, love gently, and nurture your Catholic faith.